Hello everyone. Welcome to Lump Special Lecture Series featuring TCM Basics and Tongue Diagnosis Made Easy, Day 1 of 8. Yin and Yang theory forms the basis of the Chinese system of thought. It can be transferred into all areas of the universe. Yin and Yang theory is applicable onto nature, onto physiological and pathological processes within human beings. To live in harmony with nature means to live according to the principles of yin and yang. Nothing is absolutely yin or absolutely yang. In every yin exists yang, and in every yang exists yin. Yin and yang theory allows deep understanding of physiological and pathological mechanism in the human organism. This understanding is the prerequisite for an accurate treatment. Opposition of yin and yang. Resting belongs to yin, movement belongs to yang. A calm human being is yin in contrast to a restless human being who is yang. Passive behavior is yin in contrast to active behavior, which is yang. Quietness or low sounds are yin in contrast to loud sounds, which belong to yang. A low voice corresponds to yin and a loud voice to yang. Earth is yin in contrast to heaven, which is yang. Illness that manifests in the upper body pertains to yang, in contrast to illness that manifests in the lower body, which would be yin. Clinically, wind or heat diseases in the upper body. If cold manifests in the upper body, then it is a yin disease. Dark night is yin in contrast to bright day, which is yang. Dark urine can be a symptom of yin deficiency. Light or bright colored urine can be a symptom of yang deficiency. Cold climate pertains to yin in contrast to hot climate, which is yang. In coldness, yin dominates so that yang is not able to warm the body any longer. In heat, yang dominates so that yin is not able to cool the body any longer. Yin represents body fluids. Dampness corresponds to accumulation of cloudy fluids, which corresponds to yin disease, caused by the underlying yang deficiency. In dryness, body fluids are consumed, which corresponds to yin deficiency. Manifestation, the more dense state of aggregation, corresponds to yin, in contrast to energy, the subtle state of aggregation, which is yang. Blood is more substantial than qi. Therefore, blood corresponds to yin and qi corresponds to yang. Quality of yin is contraction. For example, with cold. Quality of yang is expansion. For example, with heat. The moon in relation to the sun is yin. But if the moon is viewed in relation to the night, then it is yang. Thus, the moon, which is yin in relation to the sun, contains yang if viewed in relation to the night. A cold winter day is yin in relation to a warm summer day. But this cold winter day is yang in relation to an even colder winter day. Whether something is yin or yang always depends on the relation in which it is viewed. A yang disease that can be characterized by heat can be accompanied by frequent urination, which pertains to yin. A yin disease characterized by cold can be accompanied by hyperactivity, which pertains to yang. In everyday clinic, we can observe that patients with cold symptoms also show heat symptoms, and patients with heat symptoms also show cold symptoms. Sometimes this process can be very complex, and we have to pay close attention to a correct differentiation. For example, dampness can originate from dryness. Because the dampness can be very obvious, the underlying dryness can be overlooked. Recognizing the yin within yang or the yang within yin is fundamental for the success of the treatment. Interdependence of yin and yang. Without day, there would be no night. Without winter, there would be no summer. There are active people because there are passive people. Everything exists only in relation to each other. Yin and yang are opposites, but are also mutually dependent on each other. Yin nourishes yang, yang produces yin. If yang is weak, yin is not produced sufficiently. If yin is weak, yang can no longer be sufficiently nourished. Yin cannot exist without yang, and yang cannot exist without yin. Therefore, yang deficiency can originate from yin deficiency, and yin deficiency can originate from yang deficiency. Qi or yang of the lungs supports the heart in blood production. Vice versa is qi of the lungs nourished by blood or yin of the heart. Intertransformation of yin and yang. The day changes into the night changes again into the day. The morning corresponds to yang within yang, which is increasing up to midday, which is utmost yang. Starting from midday, yang decreases and yin increases until the yin has reached its maximum at midnight. The yang again increases from midnight, and likewise the yin decreases. The point of reversal does not take place by chance, but rather if one extreme has reached its maximum and the other extreme has reached its minimum. The water of the seas and rivers, which are yin, evaporates and rises as steam, yang, into the atmosphere to again fall on the earth in the form of rain. If we catch a common cold, a healthy organism naturally responds with fever. If cold or yin penetrates the organism, the body produces heat, yang, in order to expel the cold. Active sport increases heat in the body. In order to maintain the body temperature, the body reacts with perspiration. Perspiration is cold from evaporation, which is used to cool the heat. Inner dryness can cause a demand for moistening food, but if food which produces cloudy body fluids is consumed, dampness can develop. Because yin nourishes yang, yang deficiency can be caused by yin deficiency. For example, burnout syndrome and vice versa. One can often observe heat as a reaction to cold, or cold as a reaction to heat. This is clinically important because the cause of a heat disease can be cold. If heat is dispelled, the underlying cold symptoms will appear. Mutual consuming of yin and yang. A blazing fire consumes its fuel quickly. If one throws too much wood on the flames will be smothered. Yang is consumed by producing yin. Yin is consumed by nourishing the yang. If too much heat is present in the body, it will burn the body fluids and signs of dryness will appear. Excess of heat can weaken body fluids so that these can no longer nourish the yang. Burnout syndrome originates frequently on the basis of this principle. If you work with an overly excessive flame over the years, the fuel will be consumed and the flame will die. Now let's go to functions of the yin and yang. Understanding of yin and yang functions is fundamental for understanding of Chinese medicine. It helps us to comprehend and differentiate pathological symptoms. If the yin and yang functions are combined with the physiology of the Zhangfu organs, most of the symptoms and patterns can be explained logically. Yin functions. Yin must be able to cool the body adequately so that Yang doesn't warm the body excessively. For example, Yin of the kidney cools the Yang or fire of the heart. Yin moistens the body, including skin, hair, muscles, mucous membranes. For example, Yin of the lungs moistens the skin. Yin nourishes the body. For example, Yin or blood of the liver nourishes muscles and tendons. Yin calms the activities of Yang. The calming function of Yin protects us from excessive activity and restlessness. For example, Yin of the heart calms the spirit. If Yin is weak, functions of Yin cannot be maintained. As a result, Yang will dominate in the body. Yang functions. Yang must be able to warm the body adequately so that Yin does not cool the body too much. Every transformation involves Yang function of warming the body. For example, Yang of the kidney provides required heat for the entire metabolism. This transformation function of Yang is necessary for every transformation on the physical or mental level. For example, Yang of the spleen extracts food qi or ku qi from the food. Yang of the spleen also digests daily impressions and experiences. Qi or Yang of the lungs uses food qi to produce defensive or wei qi and nutritive or yin qi. Yang gives us ability to move the body. Yang's function of moving is the driving force for each movement in the universe. For example, Yang moves yin, qi moves blood. Without Yang, the body would be a lethargic mass, or yin. Yang or qi of the liver moves the qi into all directions. Yang of the spleen moves food qi or ku qi to the lungs. Another Yang function is to protect. The defensive or wei qi protects organism against penetration of pathogenic factors. The Yang of the bladder holds the urine, and the Yang of the spleen holds the organs in place. If Yang is weak, the Yang functions cannot be maintained. As a result, Yin dominates in the body. Now let's go to Yin and Yang pathology. Deficiency patterns include Yin deficiency and Yang deficiency. Excess patterns are Yin excess and Yang excess. In Yin deficiency, the functions of Yang dominate. Yin is too weak to restrain the Yang. The resulting symptoms are either expression of the relative excess of Yang or of the weakness of Yin. Which symptoms appear depends on the involved organs. Yin deficiency or Yang excess. This form is called deficient heat. Because Yin's cooling function is restricted, the Yang warms the body too much. Night sweat. At night, the defensive qi that circulates in the body's surface during the day moves back in the Yin organs. In Yin deficiency, heat inside the body is increased. At night, this heat is even strengthened by the defensive qi or wei qi inside the body so that the body fluids are driven out of the body in the form of sweat. Symptoms of dryness like thirst, dry throat, decreased, darker, fatty or gluey secretions, and constipation. Because moistening function is restricted, symptoms of dryness develop. In the same manner can Yang that is no longer cooled evaporate the body fluids. Because calming effect of yin is weakened, activity of yang can increase excessively. Emaciation is a sign of lacking body fluids. Symptoms of yin deficiency appear if relative yin deficiency exists. Clinically, it is important to determine which of the patient's organs is affected by the deficiency. This question can be answered if one's differentiation is based on organ-specific symptoms. Kidney, liver, stomach, lungs, and heart are the organs in which yin deficiency is most likely to manifest. Yang deficiency. In yang deficiency, functions of yin dominate. Yang is too weak to fulfill its function and to restrain yin. The resulting symptoms are either expression of the relative excess of yin or of the weakness of yang. Which symptoms appear depends on the involved organs. Because qi is a part of yang, yang deficiency contains always signs of qi deficiency. The essential difference lies in the cold signs that are evident in yang deficiency. Cold signs develop because the warming function can no longer sufficiently be fulfilled. If yang's holding function is weakened, excessive secretions are resulting, like frequent urination. Yang's function of transforming is restricted so that cloudy fluids manifests, which cannot be used by the body, and these waste products are likely to be stored inappropriately. Soft stools. If yang is deficient, yin will moisten the body excessively. No thirst, desire for warm drinks. This is an expression of yang deficiency cold. Pale facial complexion. This is an expression of insufficient qi and blood circulation. Fatigue is a sign of absent yang activity. Kidney, lungs, heart, and spleen are the organs in which yang deficiency is most likely to occur. Yin excess. Yin excess corresponds to the pathogenic factors of cold or dampness. Yin excess can manifest as a consequence of yang deficiency. In this case, one speaks of deficient cold or deficient dampness, and yang must be tonified. Yin excess can manifest as consequence of cold. In this case, one speaks of excess cold or excess dampness. Cold must be dispelled. Yang excess. Yang excess corresponds to heat in reference to the pathogenic factors. Yang excess can manifest as a consequence of yin deficiency. In this case, one speaks of deficient heat. Yin must be tonified. If the yin and yang functions are combined with the physiology of the zangfu organs, then most of the symptoms and patterns can be explained logically. Qi types. There are 4 types of qi: food qi, gathering qi, true qi, original yuan qi. These are the substances of TCM: qi or energy, blood or shred, essence or jing, shen or spirit, jinye, body fluids. Essence, qi, and shen have more yang qualities. Blood and body fluids have more yin qualities. The substances of TCM are governed by principles of yin and yang, and they have close relationship to each other. The functioning of the human organism is explained by interaction between these substances, and the union of the body and mind is reflected here. Yang is interpreted as the generic term for qi. The functions of qi and yang are almost identical. Qi pathology is based on principles and functions of yin and yang. Qi exists in different forms. Each organ possesses Qi function that is reflected by the principles of yin and yang. Physiology of organs and Qi are considered if looking at Chinese pathology. These are the 4 types of Qi: food Qi, gathering Qi, true Qi, and original or Yuan Qi. True Qi consists of nutritive Qi and defensive Qi. Food Qi corresponds to the aspect of postnatal energy produced by the activity of spleen. Spleen transforms ingested food into food Qi. The quality of food is therefore of great importance. Spleen has aversion to cold food and food that produces dampness, and both kinds of food weaken the spleen Qi. Food Qi is the important raw material by which blood and Qi of the whole body are produced. Spleen sends food Qi upward to the lungs. Gathering Qi or Zong Qi is produced in the lungs by transforming food Qi and inhaled air. Gathering Qi is subtler than food Qi and can be directly used by the body. The gathering Qi resides in the thorax. It supports respiration and distribution of Qi and blood through the lungs and heart. Gathering Qi controls speech and voice. It gathers also in the throat, influences speaking, which is controlled by the heart, and strength of voice, which is governed by the lungs. Sorrow and depression weaken the lungs and therefore have a negative effect on gathering Qi. True Qi is produced in the lungs by transformation of gathering Qi. True Qi is under the influence of original or Yuan Qi, and this is the last stage of Qi production. True Qi circulates in the channels and nourishes organs. True Qi manifests in 2 forms: nutritive Qi and defensive Qi. Nutritive Qi nourishes organs and the whole body. It has close relationship to blood, with which it circulates in the blood vessels. It also circulates in the channels. In Chinese pathology, weakness of nutritive Qi corresponds with weakness of blood or body fluids. The defensive Qi is Yang in relation to nutritive Qi, and it flows in the exterior part of the body. It protects the body from pathogenic factors and involved in nourishing and warming of skin and muscles. Defensive Qi is controlled by the lungs. It regulates the opening and closing of the pores and is therefore in charge of perspiration and body temperature. If the body's Wei Qi is weak, pathogenic factors can penetrate the body more easily, and this can result in being prone to frequent colds. It can also lead to pains caused by the pathogenic factors when these factors penetrate the body surface and settle there. Original or Yuan Qi originates from prenatal Qi. It corresponds to Yang aspect of essence and is supplemented by postnatal Qi. It is also referred to as Mingmen fire, and it provides the necessary warmth of the entire body and supports its metabolism. The original Qi takes part in the body's Qi and blood production. To be able to circulate in the body, the original or Yuan Qi requires the transport function of the triple burner. The original or Yuan Qi leaves the channels at source points, and it has a close relation to kidney Yang. Now let's talk about qi production, functions, and relationships. Qi production. Spleen produces food qi or ku qi from the food that we ingest. Qi and blood of the entire body are based on and formed by food qi. Spleen sends the food qi to the lungs. In the lungs, the gathering qi and true qi are produced using oxygen of the air, which can be viewed as cosmic energy. It is supported by the original Yuan qi, which has a close relation to kidney yang. In qi deficiency, the entire process of qi production must be examined in order to determine in which areas the qi production is deficient. Qi functions. To transform. Spleen qi transforms ingested food into food qi. To move. Each activity is on physical or mental level, corresponds to movement of qi. Lung qi transports body fluids to the skin level. To hold. Spleen qi holds organs in their place and blood in the vessels. Bladder qi holds the urine. To protect. The defensive qi of the lungs protects the body from pathogenic factors. To warm. Kidney qi warms the entire body. This function is connected to kidney yang. The distinction between qi deficiency and yang deficiency. Yang deficiency always has some sort of cold signs not present in qi deficiency. Qi relationships. The most important relationships of qi include its relation to yang, blood, and to zhang organs. Yang is interpreted as the generic term for qi. A gradual difference exists between qi deficiency and yang deficiency. Qi deficiency can be regarded as the initial stage of yang deficiency. Signs of yang deficiency include signs of qi deficiency plus cold symptoms not present in qi deficiency. Dampness symptoms are more dominant in yang deficiency. Qi produces blood. Food qi is the basis of blood. Blood deficiency often occurs with qi deficiency. It is necessary to tonify qi in order to strengthen the blood. Qi moves the blood. Without qi, blood would be a sluggish substance. If qi moves, blood follows. If qi stagnates, blood clots. Qi holds the blood. Spleen qi holds blood in vessels. Blood nourishes the qi. Qi needs blood for its function. Blood deficiency can result in qi deficiency. It is necessary to tonify blood in order to strengthen the qi. Blood forms the material basis for qi. It keeps the qi from drifting away. Kidney qi supports metabolism in the entire body. Kidney qi is connected to sexual drive. It controls lower orifices and produces marrow. The brain is the sea of marrow. Spleen qi transports and transforms food. It holds organs in their place and blood in the vessels. Liver qi ensures harmonious flow of qi and emotions in the entire body. Smooth qi flow is important in menstruation and digestion. Lung qi is very much involved in qi production. Lung qi protects the body from penetration of pathogenic factors. Lung qi distributes the defensive qi to the body surface. Heart qi governs transportation of blood and supports the lungs. Now let's go to qi pathologies. Qi pathologies include qi deficiency, Qi stagnation, rebellious qi, qi sinking. Qi deficiency. Symptoms and general signs correlate with qi deficiency in the lungs and the spleen. It always involves the lungs and the spleen. Organs mostly affected: lungs, spleen, and heart. If you have a faint, frail voice, that is a sign of deficient lung qi, too weak to stimulate the vocal cords. The function of movement is restricted. In lung qi deficiency, the production of wei qi is restricted. In qi deficiency, the pores are not closed sufficiently. In lung qi deficiency, inhalation is weakened. Spleen needs qi to be able to transform food. Qi is expression of our vitality and strength. Qi deficiency manifests in fatigue. Qi stagnation restricts Qi's moving function so that Qi cannot move within the body. Qi is warm, and Qi stagnation can cause heat. Qi moves the blood. Qi stagnation can cause blood stagnation. Organs most affected: liver, heart, and lungs. Rebellious qi flows contrary to physiological flow of the qi. Stomach qi flows normally from top to toe. With rebellious stomach qi, the physiological qi flow inverts and the qi flows from toe to top. Rebellious qi can concern the different organs: stomach, spleen, lungs, and liver. Rebellious stomach qi is its own pattern. Qi sinking. Qi sinking is a sub-pattern of qi deficiency. Qi is not able to hold the organs in its place, and organ prolapse is the result. Spleen is the most involved organ. Now let's talk about blood, production, functions, and relationships. Blood in Chinese medicine is not identical with blood in Western medicine, although some aspects overlap. Blood in Western medicine is a medium to transport nutrients to the various parts of the body and provides the tissues with the necessary nourishment. This corresponds to the nourishing and moistening function of the blood in TCM. Blood in Western medicine is known to transport oxygen, which is bound to hemoglobin, in order to provide an energy supply to various tissues, the nervous system, and the muscles. This aspect can be compared with the Chinese idea that blood and qi are inseparably combined. Blood is yin in TCM and can be understood as a very dense and materialized form of qi. In TCM, blood is said to house the spirit. The knowledge about TCM blood production and functions allows us to understand and recognize its disease patterns. Blood is mainly produced from food qi provided by spleen. Spleen sends food qi upward to the lungs, and involving lung qi, it is then sent to the heart, where it is transformed into blood. Blood production is supported by yuan qi, which is closely connected to kidney yang. Kidney stores essence, which produces marrow. The marrow also is involved in the blood production. Blood functions. Blood's main function is to provide the body's nutrition. Blood moved by qi flows through the entire body and supplies all organs, skin, hair, nails, muscles, sinews, and qi with necessary nourishment. Blood also has a moistening function to make sure that the tissues do not dry up. Blood in Chinese medicine context also forms material basis for the spirit, or Shen. Blood is considered to be yin. It houses and anchors the spirit. Blood deficiency causes the spirit to become restless. Blood has its most important relationships with qi, yin, and zhang organs. Relationship between blood and yin is not as close as that between qi and yang. Yin can be considered as a generic term for blood. Signs of yin deficiency always contain signs of blood deficiency. Qi produces blood. Food qi is the basis for blood. Blood deficiency often occurs in qi deficiency. It is often necessary to tonify the qi in order to strengthen the blood. Qi moves blood. Without qi, blood would be a sluggish substance. If qi moves, blood follows. If qi stagnates, blood clots. Qi holds blood in the vessels. Spleen qi holds the blood in the vessels. Blood nourishes qi. Qi needs blood for its nutrition. Blood deficiency can result in qi deficiency. It is often necessary to tonify blood in order to strengthen qi. Blood also forms the material basis that keeps qi from drifting away. Kidney. Original yuan qi supports the transformation of food qi into blood. Original yuan qi is kidney essence in the form of qi and has a close connection to kidney yang. Yin aspect of kidney essence is responsible for quality and quantity of blood. The spleen is the source of blood, providing food qi, which is basis of blood production. Spleen holds the blood in the vessels. The liver stores blood. Blood flows and nourishes the muscles and tendons. While resting, blood returns to the liver where it is stored at night and regenerated. Liver blood deficiency requires the patient to rest frequently. Liver blood moistens the eyes and the tendons. Liver blood also has a close relationship to the uterus. The lungs support spleen's function to send food qi to the heart. Lungs control all channels and blood vessels by sending qi into the blood vessels in order to support the pushing effect of the heart. Transformation of food qi into blood takes place in the heart. Heart is responsible for blood circulation in the entire body. The spirit is housed in the heart. Blood and yin form its basis. Blood pathologies. Blood pathologies include blood deficiency, blood stagnation, heat in the blood, blood loss. Blood deficiency mostly affects liver and heart. Considered an initial stage of yin deficiency. Pale lips, blurred vision, numbness of extremities, vertigo, dizziness are due to lack of nutrition due to blood deficiency. Dry skin, dry brittle hair, and dry brittle nails, insufficient moistening activity due to blood deficiency. Palpitations, insomnia, lack of anchoring the spirit due to blood deficiency. Scanty menstruation or amenorrhea, lack of blood. Blood stagnation mostly affects the liver, also the heart, lungs, stomach, large intestine, uterus. Heat in the blood results from heart fire or liver fire. It affects liver blood, heart blood, blood in uterus. Excessive emotions like rage, jealousy, excessive desire can cause heat in the blood. Blood loss is caused by Qi deficiency, spleen Qi deficiency, spleen Yang deficiency, spleen not controlling the blood. Blood loss occurs when Qi is too weak to hold blood in the vessels. Blood loss is also caused by heat or heat in the blood, leading to reckless movement of the blood. Thank you very much for your attention.